Hello everyone. I, Nilima Warade, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering of All India Sri Shivaji Memorial Society's Institute of Information Technology Pune. Today, I will brief you on classification of digital logic families. Before moving towards classification, let me introduce you first with what about you mean by the logic family. As you all heard about different logic gates such as AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, NAND gate, etc. Or we can say we are aware of different types of flip-flops such as D, T, SR, JK, etc. and some of the memory devices. All these are fabricated as an integrated circuits, and these ICs are nothing but small silicon semiconductor crystal, which is also known as a chip, which contains transistors, resistors, diodes, and so on. These digital IC operates with either logic 1 or logic 0 and provided the supply voltages. Therefore, one can say a group of compatible ICs with the same logic levels and supply voltages for performing various logic functions have to fabricated using a specific circuit configuration, which is referred to as a logic family. So these logic families are initially classified into two types depending upon the flow of current direction as shown in this PPT. So these digital logic families are bifurcated into bipolar logic families and unipolar logic families. As the name suggests, bipolar logic family stands for the current flows in two directions. We know the best example as the bipolar junction transistors, or simply we call it as an BJT. Whereas when the current flow is only in one direction, then we call it as an unipolar logic families, and simplest the example for that is your UJT, that is unipolar junction transistor. These UJTs are nothing but the failed effect transistors, or we can say these are nothing but the MOSFET, that is metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistors, or MESFET, that is metal semiconductor field effect transistors. Most of the cases, or we can say most widely UJTs, are the MOSFETs, that is metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistors. And therefore, this unipolar logic family is again classified into PMOS, NMOS, and CMOS circuits, as depending on whether it is a P type of a MOSFET or N type of a MOSFET, or the C stands for the complementary metal oxide semiconductor. When I talk in terms of complementary metal oxide semiconductor, it has to be one PMOS and one NMOS into it. That is, at least one of the PMOS and one of the NMOS must be present in the CMOS circuits. This is the basic requirement of CMOS circuits. Further moving towards the bipolar logic families, as we know, the BJTs have three regions of operations as names as active region, saturation region, and the cutoff region. So depending upon the region of operations, these bipolar logic families are again classified into saturated and unsaturated type of logic families. For, new, for the sieve, unsaturated or simply it is called as a non-saturated logic families, it comes under when the region of operation is either cut off or the active region. In this unsaturated category is again classified into either Schottky's TTL or the ECL. ECL stands for the emitter coupled logic. Moving towards when the region of operation is a saturation region, then it is called as a saturated bipolar logic families. This is most widely used category for the IC fabrications, as all our ICs available in the market for AND gate, NOT gate are made up of with the help of this TTL type of saturated bipolar logic families. They are further subdivided into RTL, that is resistor transistor logic. We have DCTL, this is direct coupled transistor logic. We have IIL, it is also called as I square L type of a logic family, that is injectable logic family. Again we have DTL, we have HTL and TTL logic family. TTL stands for the transistor logic family, which is most widely used in a practice. Thank you everyone for watching this video.